Hey there you guys, welcome back. Another update. I told you there was going to be some updates. This is going to be on the plumerias. I've told you a few times that I would give you updates on the plumerias as they were dormant downstairs so that you could have an idea what to expect, I guess. I'm still pretty new to the plumeria world, but I have overwintered these 3 years in a row, so I feel like I'm not an expert, but I'm getting better at knowing what to expect. This is my first year, however, with an inflow, trying to pull it through the winter. Don't know whether you can really see that, but that is the flower spike. It's not shriveled up, it's still in good shape, still in good color. The only thing is, all of the little buds that were there have dried up, but some people say don't cut off the inflow, let the inflow fall off on its own, because it is possible that the inflow could continue to produce flowers for the next year as I cover my face with my hand. So yeah, things are looking decent. I have had an outbreak of spider mites down in the basement. To be expected, it's drier air in the wintertime. Spider mites just absolutely love dry air. Usually what I do when I get an infestation of spider mites, usually it's on 1 or 2 plants. I will take the plants upstairs and throw them in the shower, spray off all the webbing. The spider mites hate the moisture, so yeah, that usually does it. I usually do it 2 or 3 times and we're good to go. But because of all of the plants I have and the close proximity to everything else, I have opted to use insecticidal soaps. I've sprayed a couple of times. Still hard to say whether it's being successful at getting rid of them, but spider mites are the least of my worries. I don't really care. They're stupid and they cause some damage to the leaves, but generally in the whole scheme of pests, it's maintainable. You can manage your collection with a little bit of spider mites here and there. Scale, on the other hand, that I have problems with. I hate scale. So anyway, yes, let's come in and we'll take a closer look at these plants. I've got 3 of the big ones, and I don't know whether you can see, but on the table just behind me I have all of my seedlings. Do you remember I started, I don't know, I think there was maybe 28, 29 seedlings that grew out of 50 seeds. They're right there. We'll get a close-up look at those, and we'll just look at the stems on these guys. They're looking really, really good. Very minimal wrinkling is happening on the stems, and that's kind of what you want to see. If you see too much wrinkling, you want to give them a little bit of moisture, a little bit of water. But until you see a little bit of wrinkling, don't worry about it. They're trying to go dormant. As you can see, I don't have any leaves on this one, but the one right here has some leaves on it, which is kind of crazy because this one hasn't had any water at all since I brought it in the fall. So, I don't know, they all have minds of their own. Anyway, come on in closer before I ramble on way too long. Alright, so here are the 3 pots of the big guys. Again, we've only seen the one flower. We've seen this one. This has a beautiful pink flower. Really, really nice. No leaves on this stem. Let's get in closer. As you can see, the stem is still quite plump. I've got the new leaves that want to, if it will try to zoom in there, not zoom in, but focus. The new leaves are in there. They're all wrapped up, ready for springtime. Over here, we've got some lovely leaves on this plant here. Still looking really good. Surprising, because it really doesn't get any leaves. As you can see, the leaves have also gotten a lot narrower. That's probably to do with the lack of light and lack of water. But everything is still really, really nice. One thing that is noticeable is the new growth hasn't really started to develop yet. The leaves are still on it, but wish you were able to see that. Ooh. As I'm playing around here, I'm knocking leaves off. Immature leaves. That's not cool. All the leaves are still kind of folded up there. Kind of like a mouth of a crab. Kind of gross, now that I mentioned that. Ew. So yeah, I mentioned that I had some spider mites. Let me bring that in closer. Sorry for the camera shake. You'll see the webbing right on the tip there. Little jerks. I think I need a new camera. It doesn't focus. Yeah, well. You'll have to take my word for it if you can't see it. Alright, so let's take a look at the babies here. They're doing really, really well. I wanted to try to grow them through winter without having them go dormant. But as you can see, a number of them have tried to go dormant. I think these ones over on this side, these ones have been the ones that I've been growing under the lights. They're much bigger plants, but they do have, I think this is either humidity issues or it's insect damage. Maybe some spider mites or whitefly or something like that. I don't see anything on the leaves, but we've got a little bit of damage going on. It started small, but then it's starting to go into this kind of rusty kind of appearance. Whereas the ones that I was growing upstairs all have that nice rich green in the leaves. So, but everything seems to be doing well. Some of them have gone almost completely dormant. This one doesn't have any leaves left on it, but the stem is still really strong. Same thing with this one. No leaves left on it, but the stem is really strong. But yeah, I'm really excited. These ones are supposed to be Plumeria rubra, so these are going to have pinks and reds and hopefully some oranges. Fingers are crossed for oranges. Anyway, this has been the Plumeria update. Please send pictures of your plumerias because I really enjoy looking at all of yours grow. Some of you do a fantastic job. Drea and Francisco, you guys, man, you guys know how to grow your plumerias. They grow really, really well for you guys. Hopefully I can follow in those footsteps. Anyway, happy growing, everyone.